Yankee, muy buenas noches, saludos. Es Oscar Kilo Delta 5, Papa Yankee India. Por acá estamos en la frontera de McAllen, Reynosa, adelante.
Gusta saludarte, estoy pegando bonito por acá por la blanca.
So that just makes it real nice. In fact, I could probably turn on my NR2 now. It'll take away all the noise.
And I will be live like a cell phone call.
Well, I don't think my $400 radio is going to do that.
Anyway, that station out there, the whose amp clicked out, are you back? Did you figure out the problem with your amplifier?
Yeah, I hope so. WAC JDT, you copy, sir?
Oh yeah, JDT, go ahead. Yeah, you're about an S9, and when that amp clicked out, you went down to an S7.
Okay. Well, I guess on 30 meters, it's a little touchy. Yeah, it's WAC JDT. My name's Gary. Sounds like the FM stations I used to listen to 50 years ago on my car stereo.
Roger that, Gary. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're running a little wide here, 5 kilohertz wide. I figure no one's on the band right now, so we can stretch our legs a little bit. So Jeff and I are just experimenting with ESSB, and one of the benefits of that is the audio. We can, if we do our job right on our end, it'll hopefully make it a more pleasurable experience for you to listen to us on the radio there, over.
Well, I don't want to quite use the word pleasurable on a Friday night. It sounds great, but I know it's slightly missing, at least from my side. I'm on a Yaesu FTDX 101, and I am hard of hearing, so I'm not a very good test case. But the bass is certainly beautiful, sounds great, but the high notes are slightly low, but that's just my hearing. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm listening to myself here. Well, I was earlier, so. Jeff out there, he's got a much better sounding profile than me. So K5 BLS, pick it up, N6 MUD in the group.
Okay, well, I didn't catch the call sign out there, but nice to hear that you got whatever it was fixed. Or trying to listen for you there, and you just disappeared right in mid-sentence. Anyway, located here in Fallon, Nevada, about 65 miles outside of Reno, and depending on how wide your receiver is listening, the further you listen out bandwidth-wise, most receivers, the ham radios anyhow, are somewhere around 2.4 to 2.7. So if you go beyond that, that's when you start hearing the semblance and you start hearing the articulation in the highs, and you start hearing a little bit less of the lows. So it all blends together and makes a harmonious tone. There you go, harmonious tone. So back over to you.
Yeah, WA6 JDT. I just widened it up to 4K. And I'm expecting to hear the Beatles, or maybe, what was else on the radio back then? Maybe the Eagles, or something like that. But I just widened it out to 4K, and yeah, you guys sound beautiful, over.
Very great.
Roger, thank you so much. 73.
Hey, Linda, what's your elevation? And your antenna, over.
Rock 50 that goes into a Mercury lock. So putting a full legal limit. And what else? HF Auto, which is really cool for tuning. And in-fed half-wave antenna, just the same exact one Kevin's using there. Larry?
Check. K6USY is the frequency in use. Anybody out there using this frequency? K6USY, Fresno. CQ, 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee, Fresno. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee, Fresno, California. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee, Fresno. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee, Fresno. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee on 7198 in Fresno, California. CQ 40 meters, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee, Fresno. I mean, there's people out here. There's just nobody hunting around.
Yeah, kind of static in here. But, oh well. I'm bound to have some static somewhere. KJ6PYO.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty noisy tonight. Yeah, just the background level on the spectrum scope just keeps jumping up. So I don't know if there's some lightning somewhere or something. I don't know.
Getting all that solar flare from the 559. What's it called? Party over there at Larry's Chinatown.
Yeah, I always try to give them a hard time for having to live in that side of town.
He ought to have a pretty high antenna. It should be rooftop on an apartment complex.
I think his landlady doesn't let him put up a ton of stuff. I know he's been able to put up a couple of antennas, but I think he's been told no more.
He's got a decent signal. Gosh, oh man, this one time, I don't know where he was at, but I think it was, it was probably when we first got our license. Man, his signal on VHF was full scale in Kettleman City. I think he had his antenna in a pine tree.
Oh man, yeah, I've known of Larry, and I've known him for many years, and he is such a weird dude.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and then the Tim Meter boys told me about how he was registered on a certain website, and I'm like, oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, they told me that too.
Well, we're back live on YouTube again. Just for the fun of it, out here doing some Friday night radio, and I don't know, we'll see if us sitting here chatting brings anybody into the frequency. How much juice are you running?
I'm just running radio only at 100%.
Okay, yeah, you got a decent signal over here, so the band's not going completely wonky yet.
So when I want to find this, I got to go to your call, right? Where did I go? I went to Bozo. That's what I did.
Yeah. If you just put my call sign in, I just labeled it Friday Night Radio. I just put a generic name on it. I didn't want to keep streaming on the other one, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just shut it off and then start it up again, see if we can get anybody. Anybody out there? K6USY, QRZ. Nope, nobody wants to talk to us.
KJ6TYO. Let's see what kind of signal I got there.
Do you give yourself a signal check?
Yeah, I don't sound good. Oh, it's the background noise.
Yeah, well, yeah, basically we're dealing with the remnants of what the sun was doing today, and of course now the sun's not shining on us over here, but yeah, it's still made a mess. I wonder if Paul's around tonight. Either that or he's hanging out with his girl.
Let's see here. Turned on. What did I turn on? Another filter to drown out the static.
Oh, what'd you do? Turn on your noise reduction? Yeah, I always have my noise reduction on just a little bit.
Yeah, I just can't see how you guys deal with that in towns and all that static. This already freaks me out here.
Yeah, and your signal's already dropping a little bit. I wonder if the band's starting to go long.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, see, we're just going to put you in one of those, like, soundproof chambers and then just fill it with the noise of static. Anybody else out there on 40 meters K6USY QRZ? Yep, that's it, Ron. I need to sell all my other radios and buy an amplifier.
I don't think I'd do that if I was you. Yeah, I don't think Echo Hotel would be out here. He's got his lady friend over there, I'm sure, so won't catch him out here.
Yep, and Adam's probably getting ready to go to work tomorrow, and of course he's not licensed for being down here.
Too late for Craig to be mobiling around, but you never know.
Yeah, but then he'll just have to jump out.
Yeah, he just doesn't get to drive far enough away.
Yeah, I see some of the good audio guys that are up there, up near 72250. I thought about breaking in on those guys, but
You know, bands goes up and down. I have see some of the stronger signals, but I don't know, then they drop away, and it should take a while for them to come back.
yeah, it's interesting band conditions.
How many were watching the Ditch Bank stream? Did we get about 4?
Yeah, it was about 4 or 5.
And where did Craig come from?
I have no idea, but I've seen him on there before. I don't know. He must be subscribed to my channel and just sees when I go live.
Oh, okay. All right. That's how he follows.
But yeah, he doesn't even, was that a W9 call? He doesn't even live in California.
I think it said Wisconsin.
I had it up here a second ago. Let's see here. W9. Is it that one? No, that's the wrong one. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Wisconsin. Janeville, Wisconsin. Let me see. Let me check my logbook. I'm gonna see if I've worked him before. Nope, never worked. I have no idea how he found us.
probably just maybe what's live on radio or something. We'll just go rolling around here, and I got the 7.5 on.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna do that and see who's around. We'll catch you later, or on another frequency. Yeah, you'll be able to tell what frequency I'm on just by keeping the stream up muted. So go bug those good audio guys. K6USY.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, wait a minute, where have you got to? Well, I'll find you. All right, KJ6TYO, west of Fresno, Big Town of Kermit.
He basically set his up the same way. He's not using any leveler as well, with very little leveler. He may be using a little bit of CFC, so I may play around with the CFC, turn it back on and tweak it, but basically he's doing the same thing, right, Jeff? You're basically not using any leveler, and it's mainly all EQ, is that correct?
Yeah, that's it. I got rid of all the extra grunge. No grunge is good. I mean, so far it's working out okay. It's looks like everything's driving okay.
K6USY.
How's he doing up there? He just got 2 new kitties. Oh, babies? Yeah.
Nice. That's what I did. We're a cat family. We got 2 indoor cats, and buy them when they're babies. And so we got 2. Well, that's good. So the 2, they can play with each other and do their thing. It's always good when you get one to get another one. It's really good if they're brother and sister or, the same sex. We've gone through that numerous times.
Yeah, they're Maine Coons, like Mr. Mack is, but they're just littler.
Oh, yeah. Now, is his cats outdoor cats? I can't recall.
Not that I'm aware of.
I would think not. Up there, boy, you let your cat get out, you may not see it again. A lot of predators up there in the woods. Anyway, yeah, I haven't talked to Mark in a long time, man. It's been, months. I never seem to catch him on there when I'm on there. I remember back in the day, a couple of years back, we were always on there together with James. And actually, it was James, Mark, and myself kind of started this whole thing back, it was, a couple of years ago, 71, 99. And, boy, that was a while ago, on our 870s. Can you believe that? We all had 870s at the time.
Yeah, well, I remembered hearing a few stories from folks about the startup of the 199 crew.
K6USY.
USY.
Yeah, good evening. You guys are both 20 over here in the Central Valley.
Hey, you're solid S9 down here. What's your call sign again?
Yeah, Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Okay, got it. Okay, what is your name?
Name here is Aaron, Alpha Alpha Romeo Oscar November, and I'm in Fresno.
Well, hi, Aaron. Scott here, N6RV. We got a few other guys on here. Craig, how do you pick up Aaron down in San Diego? He's a solid S9, maybe a little over 10 over. Not real loud, Aaron, but a strong signal, but not real loud. But you're coming in here just fine. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, hey, Aaron, good evening. I recognize the call sign US Way there. You're about an S9 into San Diego. Sounding pretty good there. What's the antenna there? I can't remember your setup. I know we've spoken before. Anyway, N6MUD, name's Craig, down here 10 miles east of La Jolla in San Diego.
Yeah, good evening, Craig. Yeah, we've definitely talked before. And just ICOM 7300 barefoot into an off-center fed dipole on my side yard.
Roger that, sounding decent. I'm looking at your QRZ side, and I now remember the photo of your closet there, your radio closet with looks like a couple, actually a 7300, and then the matching UHF VHF there. So yeah, and a bunch of coax and wires and switches there. So I remember the QRZ site there now, Aaron. Over.
Oh, yeah, it's funny when you work somebody and you don't recognize the call sign, and then you see their QRZ page and you're like, oh, I've worked this guy before.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how pictures, right? The pictures leave an impression there. At least for me, I guess my memory works better off visual cues than anything else there. But anyway, sounding good down here in San Diego.
Oh, very good. Yeah, and if you punch my call sign into YouTube, I'm also live streaming right now. Of course, I can't listen as wide as you guys are transmitting. I got the receive filters as wide as they go on this rig, which is 3.6.
Well, you're doing better than most.
Well, a lot of people don't realize that most of the modern ICOMs can go out to 3.6. You just have to crank it open.
My amplifier just kicked out. Hopefully you can hear me better now, Aaron. Over.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, you're back to 30 over.
Yeah, I had a high SWR. I'm not sure what's going on there, but anyway, I got to retune. But anyway, I'm back online now. At least hopefully you guys can copy me better. That's what happened there, Jeff. Over.
Okay, I was like, man, you just completely disappeared, just gone.
Yeah, I can still hear you barefoot.
Barefoot, I'm running like 17 watts, so there you go.
Well, considering how the band's doing right now, that's not bad.
It got hot there today.
Yeah, it was in the 90s when I looked at the. Of course, during the summer, I've learned just to not look at the long-term forecast, and I accidentally looked at Wednesday, and it's supposed to be 106.
Incognito mode here. 86 BIS, Alex in Santa Barbara.
Good evening, Santa Barbara.
Yeah, well, I'm down to 5 watts here. So, anyway, take care from Alex over here. You can hear me there, Craig. I'm 5.
Oh yeah, you're S9, Alex. No problem whatsoever.
Yeah, and your 5 watts is still making it over my noise floor here in the valley.
Yeah, it's noisy. I got it over S9 noise level, so it's pretty good.
Well, I'm going to take it down to... Here we go. Here's 8 watts. 8 watts. N6RV. You still copy?
Yeah, 8 watts. You're doing pretty good.
Yeah, S9 got into San Diego, man. It's good, solid 8 watts.
Yeah, up to S9.
Who's counting? Let me do something here. Hold on. All right, there we go. Now let's bring it up to about 14. About 14. 1,400 watts. There you go.
25 over.
Yeah, 21 over.
Hold on, let me look.
Now you gotta make me go up to 300 watts.
Yeah, it's called the reverse rabbit hole. We go upward rather than downward. You know what? I went 20 years in ham radio without an amplifier, and I had a blast. I talked to guys all over the place, and it wasn't until I got on this 7199 that I decided to, you know what? Everybody's got amplifiers, so I had to jump on board and got an Elecraft, got one of the 500 watt Elecraft amplifiers, and you know, that was the kicker, man. 500 is that sweet spot, and that was my first amplifier. Loved it.
Yeah, I want to get one of those because you can run them off a 110.
I'm a 12-volt station here.
Yeah, I ran it off the 110, but then I changed it. I got a 240 outlet just for an amplifier. Then when I got the Lux, it's just I have a designated electrical outlet for that on 240. So that seems to be, I wanted it isolated. But yeah, you got to have an amplifier, I think, to some extent, to get those weak signals.
Oh yeah, it's on the shopping list.
How low are you going to go?
Oh, I'm not going to go low. I'm going higher. So let's see here. There's legal limit. K5 BLS.
10 over. Actually, no, 20 over. I'm sorry.
You could just go low on frequency instead of going low on power.
Oh, I've got plenty of low.
Oh yeah, it sounds good in my headphones.
Oh, yeah. We have an appreciation for the
Jack
Blue Blue.
impersonation.
Yeah, and as I said, if you want to hear how it sounds to an Icon 7300 at 3.6, go punch my call sign into YouTube. K6USY.
Yep, when these things are EQ'd right, they sound good narrow, and they sound even better wide.
Yeah, let me go narrow here for a second or two. There you go.
You're killing me.
Yeah, now you're in my bandwidth.
Okay, there's 3K. Craig, hit that little knob and let me hear the 3K there.
Yeah, give me a sec here. There's 5. Let me get down to 3. All right, there's 3K. This is what I usually run when I'm talking to non-ESSP folks. Hopefully my profile works at 3K.
Big. Wow, sounds like you. I mean, it sounds good, but I'm so used to hearing you at 5. When I hear you at 3, it's kind of like almost offensive. I mean, as good as it sounds, but big difference between 5 and 3.
Keep it at 5.
Well, that's the thing, right, is that I too, Scott, I'm used to hearing you at 5 or 4, and it's quite amazing, right, what you get used to over time. And when people come on here and they get upset because we're running 4 wide instead of 3 wide, I just don't think they understand why we're running wide. They have no clue.
Yeah, get used to that wide, and there I go. Got to get back up to 5 here. It just sounds so much cleaner and pleasant to listen to. Big time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know how to adjust their filters on the receive side.
Well, it's because a lot of people don't understand. Well, you know, and we get a lot of folks that stop by. You know, I think there's something wrong with your radio. And, you know, it is. And then you go through the whole process of explaining it to them again. But it's okay. Not everybody knows.
Well, you just tell them that you know it's broken and you like it that way.
Yeah, it may be wide, but it's not spreading out beyond the brick wall.
Yeah, and it's not like you're spilling up into your upper sideband. It's not like you're spewing a carrier. It could be a lot worse.
I'm just trying to give those AM guys a run for their money.
It's funny when I look on the waterfall when I see out a signal, I characterize it as a block of cheese. There's no whiskers with the guys that have it tuned up right, and they're running wide, and it looks like a block of cheese. There's no peripheral overlay beyond their frequency band pass, and I see other guys who are running their 2.9 or 3s or whatever, and they got all kinds of whiskers going right to the left of their filter transmit band. So so it's clean signals that we're putting out, no doubt about it, and not interfering with anybody below or above us. So that's why I think it's good to go wide.
Yeah, it looks good on the waterfall.
And there's a lot more radios that are coming out with these new refinements for keeping the transmitters cleaner. The 7610 just got the update for the distortion, or it's actually not adaptive pre-distortion. I can't remember what they call it. Anyway, and allegedly, there's going to be an update coming out for the 7300. That too.
Yeah, they just put out a firmware update for the 7300, but that was to support the new amplifier that they're coming out with. So I was shocked to see a firmware update for the 7300. They haven't released a firmware update for this radio for at least 4 or 5 years.
Well, I wasn't aware that they would need some sort of special treatment for the new amplifier. I got to look at it at Dayton. It didn't look like it was anything terribly special, but maybe they've got something up their sleeve.
Well, there's apparently some interlocking. If you're running 2 radios through the amplifier simultaneously, there's some communication between the 2 radios to make sure that you're not doing anything stupid.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know that ICOM is coming out with some new radio. They put pieces parts underneath a glass case and ask people to try to guess what the radio will be.
Yeah, it's a 200-watt HF rig that's going to replace the 200-watt rig that they released for their 50th anniversary that they stopped selling.
When I looked at the RF transistor, that's kind of what I was figuring.
Yeah, well, apparently the PA board literally says 200 watts on it.
I knew whatever it was not going to be cheap.
No. We're looking at least $5,000, at least.
No thanks. I'll stick with what I'm talking on right now.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those, flagship 200-watt rigs that they'll sell 100 of.
Well, it really makes me wonder how many of those $18,000 ones they're selling.
Yeah, I don't like to think about that one, but I see it on the website occasionally.
I got a radio for $18,000?
Yeah, please tell me what it does that this one doesn't.
It probably makes you a cup of coffee.
I bet Jeff sounds better on his radio right there than the one that's $18,000.
I bet you're right.
$18,000? My God, I didn't know that. That's insanity.
Yep,
That used to be the price of a car.
DX Contester's rig. And I bet you it doesn't have nearly as good a receiver on it as what I'm talking on right now.
I wonder how many of those are really going to sell. $18,000. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that really makes me wonder also.
I can see the good thing about those $18,000 radios, Scott, is eventually, over time, that technology flows down into the $1,000 radio. So ultimately, everyone gets to benefit, although it does take some time.
Yeah, well, I'll let somebody else buy that radio and let us know how it works, because I'm not buying $18,000. The most I've ever paid was the Anon. I think it was, what, $3,400, $33, $34 when I bought it, and I thought, geez, that's a big hit, but $18,000, my God, that's like you could buy a car with that.
Yeah, the biggest radio they have on the website is the IC7851, and I don't think they're selling that anymore. But that was the big expensive one. But that was the 50th anniversary radio, and of course, what they were showing off at Dayton is going to be their 60th anniversary radio. But let's see, IC7851, 200 watt, HF 6 meters. List price on Gigaparts is $13,299.95. So $13,000.
Still, $13,000 is too much.
It's okay. You can't get one anymore anyways. They're out of stock.
No, thank you.
But yeah, apparently that one they were showing off will have more details at the Tokyo Ham Fest this summer.
And I bet its transmit bandwidth is still 2.9.
Probably.
Wouldn't you be upset, Scott, if you brought that $18,000 ICOM thinking that you could dial it in to sound as good as you sound right now, but then find out that it only goes 2.9 wide? Wouldn't that suck?
Well, first of all, I would never buy it not knowing that parameter, okay? And but if I was, if I bought, think of it this way. Let's suppose you're not into ESSB, right? And you got this $18,000 ICOM radio that's supposed to be the coup de grace. And then you start getting interested in talking to guys that are going wide, and you go, damn, I just paid $18,000 for this. I bet this thing goes out there. So I'm going to look in the manual. Oh, my God, it only goes to 2.9? Are you kidding me? I'll never sound as good as those guys because I only got a 2.9, or no matter how much I EQ it, I'll never get out there. That would be a bad day.
Yeah, of course, the contesters don't care about going that wide. K6USY.
I just think it's interesting that the 7300, when you jam digital audio into the back of it, you can get it to go wider than the 7610.
Can you, though? I mean, I remember Brian, G&V, he sounded pretty good on his 7610 once he did that.
I mean, it still sounds good, but it's not much outside of the 3K.
Yeah, but you're saying the 7300 goes wider than the 7610?
Yep.
Yeah, that's interesting.
If you use digital audio, go check out K1GMM's YouTube site and look at what he's talking about using the digital input on the 7300. He actually sold it.
Like Smitty, he just upgraded recently to a 7610. He used to have a 7300. And I don't know, man, I can't tell any difference. He sounds almost the same. I mean, it's hard for me to tell, but yeah, interesting though that the 7300. Maybe the fact that the 7610, maybe they made it cleaner or whatever, and it just cuts off anything more than it's allowed to input.
It's possible with that, the distortion thing, maybe. But anyway, I know K1GMM, he sold his Anon and kept the 7300.
That's interesting because that's how I'm coming into my 7300. I'm coming in through the USB port.
Yeah, why would he sell the Anon? That doesn't seem right.
Don't know. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just delivering you the news.
Probably. probably he couldn't figure it out. A lot of guys buy these radios, Scotty, and figuring that they can just read the manual and figure it out. But A, the manual is very limited, and B, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to actually dial it in, right? So maybe he just got frustrated and sold it.
Well, and don't a lot of guys have to run 2 amplifiers?
Check out his YouTube channel.
The 200, a non-model 200, I think, though, didn't he?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah, an earlier version of the Anon. He didn't have the 700 or the more modern ones. I know that. I listened to him a couple times on his YouTube.
Well, and don't a lot of guys have to run 2 amplifiers with the Anon?
No, I didn't know how you run 2 amplifiers in HF. You can do that with the Hermes.
Okay, well, I was just I know there was one of the radios out there that didn't output a lot of power, so a lot of guys had to run 2 amplifiers to get up to full eagle.
Yeah, it's a Hermes. I used to have one of those, and I still have it. It's my backup radio now. Good radio if you want to get into ESSB, and out there. Hermes is the best bang for your buck for sure.
Oh, I got it. Okay, yeah, I was just forgetting which one was which.
The receiver on that thing with the right software blows away anything on the market besides the Anons that runs the same software. It's just absolutely incredible. That little $300 kit radio blew away my Flex.
How wide does the Flex go on transmit?
They could charge $600 for that little Hermes, and I'm sure people would still buy it. I know I would.
Well, basically I did, because I bought 2.
How wide does the Flex go on transmit?
And see what Wendy's doing, and we'll talk soon, man. I'll be on over the weekend, hopefully, and watch a little Women's College Softball World Series. That's always exciting this time of the year. I'll talk to you all later, man. N6RV from Mission Viejo saying good night to all. Bye-bye for now.
73 K6USY.
We'll talk to you next time. K5BLS.
Have a good evening, Scott. Thanks for stopping by, man. We'll maybe catch you over the weekend. N6MED.
And 73 K6USY.
Well, it's 10 o'clock, and the band's still holding up.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
Well, I'm glad. When Craig disappeared there, I got worried.
You're like, no, there goes the band.
Sometimes when I'm talking for a long period of time or something, maybe my balun heats up or something. I don't know. I get this high SWR, my amp kicks out, and then I just flip it back on and I'm good. So not sure what that's about. It's done it like maybe once, maybe it does about once every couple weeks. Anyway, it is kind of odd for sure. N6MED.
What's the power rating on your antenna?
My balun's got a 5 kilowatt power rating.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, the one I'm on now is full legal limit, but then, of course, if I shove, digital into it for, an hour, the balun definitely gets upset.
Yeah, and my SWR is pretty low. It's only natively about a tuner is like 1.5 right now, so it's not even high to begin with, so I don't know what's going on.
And maybe a bird landed on your antenna.
Yeah, we have a bunch of hummingbirds that sit on my. I have a loop. They sit on in between the 2 poles there on my wire once in a while, and I see 4 or 5 of them just hanging out there on the piece of wire, and I'm sure if I keyed up, they wouldn't even notice anything because they're not grounded, right? So it's probably wouldn't even phase them.
I don't know about that.
Well, yeah, then you'd have to do all that that fancy paperwork that the FCC makes us do on exposure limits.
Well, and you run 5 watts.
Yeah, I looked at those calculators and I was like, okay, well, the only bands I'm really worried about are the ones that, all the antennas are up on the roof, and nobody's going to be transmitting when I'm up on the roof, so I'm good.
Person running 12 watts, what's your QTH? 10.6 OBP.
Tango 2 Papa. Yes, sir. Hey, Dr. Wayne.
Is the band starting to go long?
Sorry. Just been a little absence there, Doc. How are you doing, sir?
I am doing just as fine as strong here and glad to hear somebody that I know on the Cherokee.
Hey guys, I'm going to pull a plug, Jeff. Great chatting with you. And the other guy out there, 7-3s for now. We'll catch you guys later on. N6 MUD.
And you're still 20 over.
Roger, we're doing A-OK.
K6USY, Fresno.
KJ6TYO sandbagging in West Fresno.
You hearing those other guys in the background, Ron?
Earlier, what I was getting ready to leave out for the meeting, but I had to take a shot.
What was that, Aaron?
Just get ready.
Are you hearing those other guys in the background?
Yeah. Hey, man. Nice to hear you out there. I hope I know that everything's okay with you. You've been shot there, over.
Yes, sir. Everything is going just fine. And how are you doing?
We're hanging in there. We're still alive there, over.
Roger. Have you been on the computer today?
No, I haven't been in the Zoom room yet. I'll pop on in. I still need to, I think, Mo called earlier today. KW, he called me on the phone.
K6USY.
I was dealing with some family stuff. And Caleb, Charlie Alpha Lima Echo Bravo.
Okay, Caleb. Yeah, I've got you 5'7" to 5'8". Depending on the QS Baker, name here is Les Lima Echo Sierra. And I wanted the name of the ship that you're on again. I just worked the Hornet a little while ago on VHF. So if you could give me the name of the ship you're on, I would appreciate that. And I'm north of San Francisco, about 40 miles in Petaluma. There, Caleb. How copy, over?
The name of the ship is the USS Killjoy.
Okay, could you give me that full name again? I got something Joy, over.
Turner Joy.
Okay, yeah, I'm not quite getting it. I'll look you guys up. It's under the Delta call sign, right?
That is correct. November Sierra 7, Delta.
Okay, I'll look it up. Very good. How are you guys doing? Are you making very many contacts, over?
Well, my great uncle, who is right here with me, has made over 100 contacts this evening on 13th contact, sir.
Okay, Lucky 13, I'll take it. Very good. Well, I think the band is going to get long here. Obviously, it's getting long. You're the furthest distance I've talked to tonight, over.
Well, I'm hoping it stays clear, but we can't control the weather, so it'll be what it is.
Yeah, roger, roger. Well, you got the best ground plane in the world, over.
Repeat that, please.
I said you're sitting on the best ground plane in the world, the very best ground plane you can get, over.
All right, well, thank you very much. And, I'm afraid I'm still a bit of a noob at this, but I'm doing my best to get experience and understand all the terminology.
Yeah, roger, roger. Well, saltwater is the best ground plane you can get, and you're sitting right in the middle of it, I take it. It's in the
ship up in Washington.
In the harbor, right?
That is correct. It's right next to the Puget Sound Naval Shipyard.
Okay, yeah. Well, you'll never get a better ground plane than that.
K6USY.
Okay, Caleb. Well, I won't hold it. I'm sure there's some other people out there that want to work you. Congratulations on being new to the hobby, and hang in there. You're doing great. No worries there. You're going to make a fine operator, over.
All right, thank you very much. And did you say you're part of a ship's club?
No, I'm a Coast Guard veteran, United States Coast Guard veteran. I've got about 2 years sea time. 2 years sea time, over.
PAT time? What is that?
No, sea time. Sierra Echo Alpha, sea time. I've got 2 years motoring on the ocean, over.
Okay, I got you, I think. Yeah, I lived on a sailboat with my family for nearly 7 years, so, I mean, I do have some boat experience, but nothing to what you boys in the Coast Guard had.
Yeah, roger that. I was on one of the 378 high-endurance Windsor-class search and rescue ships. I went out, I sailed the Aleutians 4 times, over.
I can't quite picture the boat in my head, but, because I've seen quite a few Coast Guard boats during my time aboard our boat. I know the little ones with the pontoons on the side, and then the bigger ones that are really good at uncapsizing or something.
Yeah, roger that. This was almost 400 foot, 200 men complement, about like a destroyer,
these
about
guys
like a
will just
small
stop
destroyer,
chatting.
over.
K6USY.
November Sugar 7, Delta Delta, WB6DXR. You still in there, Caleb? Yeah, something happened. Either the band changed or you lost your transmitter. Something went, you dropped way down into the noise there, over.
I may have just moved the mic away from my mouth for a second. Just trying to keep it aimed at the right place.
Yeah, okay, you're back now, yeah. Yeah, so that ship I was on was almost 400 foot, over.
Yes, I can picture that now. It has a big, big for Coast Guard standards cannon on the front deck. Is that correct?
Yeah, roger that. 5-inch 38 on the front, and torpedoes, over.
Very impressive. Well, thank you for serving our country by protecting its coast.
Roger that. I was on the team. We chased an Akula attack submarine back to Russia one winter out in the Bering Sea. We caught him where he wasn't supposed to be. We chased him all the way home for 2 days, over.
Well, that sounds like quite a story. Man, I bet they thought twice before trying that one again.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they were a little surprised when a lot of people didn't know, but the Coast Guard has got some of the finest sonar equipment in the world on their ships, and that's not a really well-known fact, but there's one Akula submarine that knows it.
don't doubt that. I mean, you guys at most points, whenever I've seen Coast Guard men on their boats, they look more aggressive than Navy guys.
Well, we're pretty serious about it. When we go out there, we mean business, over.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, roger that. I've been in 70-foot swells out in the Bering, over.
K6USY.
I think the roughest seas my family ever crossed while we were on the boat was probably just crossing the Columbia River Bar.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah. It's interesting when you're on the bridge of the ship and you're at the bottom of the swell and you can't see over the top of the next one. That's something you don't forget.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think we crossed the bar at pretty team time. We got lucky on that, but and I think I was usually inside. I didn't really spend too much time on deck. In fact, I think our parents kept us inside the boat when we crossed the bar each time.
Yeah, roger that. Okay, Caleb, I won't hold it anymore. You enjoy yourself, and you hang in there. You're doing a fine job, over.
All right, thank you very much. And how's the signal report for me on your end?
You are 15 over S9. 15 over S9, over.
All right, 15 over F9. Thank you very much.
Roger. 73. November Sugar 7, Delta, Whiskey Bravo 6, DX Radio.
All right, 73, November Sierra 7, Delta.
Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee. November Sierra 7, Delta, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee.
Yankee Station.
Yeah, Kilo 6, Uniform, Sierra Yankee, down here in Fresno.
Kilo 6, Uniform Yankee?
Uniform Sierra Yankee. Uniform Sugar Yankee.
Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Yeah, QSL.
All right, K6 USY, you're coming in at 59 here in Bremerton, Washington.
Very good, sir. You are 5-9 into Central California. 5-9 into Central California. It's hot and it's getting hotter.
Don't get broiled.
Yeah, we were in the 90s today, and we're going to be up in the hundreds next week. So, yeah, summer is right around the corner.
Oh, boy. Well, I got a pretty good sunburn last week in Vermont.
Oh, very good, sir. Well, I got you on the log, and it's good to work your the ship up there, and I went and looked up your guys' QRZ page, and good to hear you guys out here on the air.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening, good hunting, and 73, November Sierra 7, Delta.
Alrighty, 73, sir, K6USY. Well, I got him.
November Sierra 7, Delta, QRZ.
Oh, yeah, I can hear that. They must be doing ships on the air this weekend.
BYU, are you around still?
Yeah, I'm still listening.
Yeah, you want to see if you can contact, I don't know if the Alabama is able to hear us. I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, it's interesting. You guys would have a much better, I would imagine you'd have a much better copy considering.
this is a relay from KO6BYU. Do you copy my signal? Do you copy my signal? USS Alabama from Kilo Oscar 6 Bravo Yankee uniform.
Oh, and of course the BYU guy's on there. KA6USY.
November Echo 4, CQ from the USS Alabama.
November Bravo 1 Mike Whiskey, I think this is, or I think it's called wrong. This is KO6BYU. Do you copy my signal?
All right, the guy calling on the USS Alabama, the frequency is already in use by someone from the USS Hornet. I can copy you both, so you should both be here on me. So Alabama, the frequency was in use. Unless you're trying to contact the USS Hornet, please try now.
This is Ed. November Echo 4, Yeah, November Bravo
Well, I think I'm done for the
Charlie.
night.
This is the USS Hornet aircraft carrier. Do you copy USS Alabama?
KO6BYU, Q flying.
Well, he apparently couldn't copy you because he was CQing over you, but I'd sure like to make the contact with November Bravo 6 Golf Charlie. This is November 8 Alpha Sierra Zulu.
Okay, November 8. What's your call?
November 8 Alpha Sierra Zulu. Over.
All right, how you doing? November 8 Alpha Sierra Zulu. Looks like you're in Ohio, is that right?
Hey, QSL, sure are. How's the signal report there, please?
Yeah, 5-9. Good copy. I just don't know, not sure where the Alabama is or what they're running, but seems like they're coming in pretty loud and clear here, but they just won't hear us. But anyways, yeah, November 8 Alpha Sierra Zulu Troy. This is November Bravo 6 Golf Charlie USS Hornet aircraft carrier on the air for use.
USS Missouri, right a few minutes ago before you, so I'm on a roll. I appreciate the contact, and we'll give you 5-9, and you said 5-9 for me, and I'm going to move on and let you have fun, okay?
All right, yeah, keep it up. There's hundreds of ships on the air over the weekend, so good luck.
All right, 73 is November Bravo 6 Golf Charlie, November 8 Alpha Sierra Zulu.
All right, take care, 73. I'm going to clear this station.
November Oscar 5 Queen.
Kilo November 6 Mike Sierra.
And inverted V out back in back.
CQ, calling CQ. This is the USS Hornet aircraft carrier, November Bravo.
Yeah, I just switched there. I'm going to try and work them. Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee.
Yep, you got it. QSL Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee in Fresno. You're about a 5-9 here in the Central Valley.
Yeah, 5-9 here into Alameda, and got you here in the log, Aaron, and Kilo 6 Uniform Sierra Yankee. This is November Bravo 6 Golf Charlie USS Hornet aircraft carrier. Thanks for the contact.
All right, 7-3, and good luck, K6USY.
All right, take care, 7-3.
Yep, I got to talk to 2 boats tonight. A good deal. Yeah, I've talked to the Midway on D-Star, but I haven't been able to work on them on HF. Is she out there spending all your money? Well, that's what you say. Yeah, it's all right. I was trying to get these contacts uploaded. Let's see here. Did I get it? Yeah, there we go. Okay, and I'm going to cut out all this other stuff that I did the other day. Okay, cool. So at least I can upload that I worked 2 boats. Of course, I can't upload it to the Logbook of the World because they're still down. Yeah, he couldn't figure out YouTube. He figured it out eventually, but yeah, he was like, I can't find the stream. It's like, well, it's there. Don't know why he needs it. He's in town. He should be able to hear everybody. Well, I mean, the chat's kind of useful. Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he is up in the mountains. Yeah, he just comes in so strong on Simplex. I always forget that he's not in town. Okay, we are goodbye YouTube.